Good morning. It is 10:14 a.m. on Tuesday, December 26th, 2017. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I still have some lingering chest congestion and throat stuff from my cold, but I am improving. I also slept good last night, so um, I hope everybody had a good Christmas day. I did, even here by myself, which wouldn't have necessarily been my first choice, but with Luna, playing some good video games, watching some good old Christmas movies, not a bad day at all, and talked to family on the phone and so on. So I did get one additional gift that arrived this morning instead of pre-Christmas. So let me just briefly switch the camera to that now. Look, it is actually not one but two dice trays. We got this gigantic one here, right, which would be perfect for like if you had a bunch of people all around a table. Everyone could roll into that one, and then this one, which was described by the box as Odin's Battlefield, and it is designed to let you roll your dice wildly, like pretty cool, huh? Yep, I think so. So, uh, I lost my train of thought because I was so distracted by dice. Oh, movies. I watched two movies yesterday, classic ones. I watched It's a Wonderful Life, and I watched Holiday Inn, which I found in the Amazon video holiday section. Holiday Inn was an old Bing Crosby, Fred Astaire movie. If you are thinking, wasn't it Danny Kaye? You are actually thinking of the movie White Christmas. This is Holiday Inn instead, which features Fred Astaire. Um, it in that movie, it actually also does feature the White Christmas song, which adds to the confusion there. But um, it's interesting because I like a lot of those old song and dance movies, generally speaking. And this one was fine, generally speaking, too. But the plot premise was that he set up a club that has these themed parties only every major holiday. But one of the major holidays they picked was Lincoln's birthday. And if you think that a movie made in the 1940s about how to outlandishly celebrate Lincoln's birthday might have some problematic elements, you would be right. It went all in on the blackface stuff, which was kind of cringe inducing. I'm sorry, I'm playing with the dice under the microphone, which is like worst case scenario for video. It's like you hear the sound but not even see the imagery. I'm done with that. Now the history of blackface, obviously, like set in the original context of films, it's racist, but not as racist as like okay. Let me be very careful. Originally, some blackface performances were intended to be actual respectful presentations of real valued culture brought to audiences that would be unwilling to accept an actual black performer, which is obviously racist and awful. But some of the performers doing the blackface presentation, their feeling about it was there is some real great stuff being generated, and nobody knows it because they're not willing to see it. So if this is like a halfway step towards getting people to understand the artistic talent in the black community, that was the idea. But obviously, historical context since then, there is no good reason for it, and it's hard to watch now. And we know that even then, the reason was because audiences were too racist to even accept a black performer on the stage. Anyway, a lot of those movies have unfortunate elements like that. But It's a Wonderful Life with the minor caveat that it also has the stereotype uh, large-boned African American house servant. Um, Although actually, she actually is less problematic than sometimes they are. Those types of stereotypes in this movie, just because by the end she actually comes in dressed all nice and she has saved a lot of money and she helps out too, and so it's there's an additional layer there, but the movie generally speaking, it had been a long time since I watched it all the way through, and I actually found it really moving. I definitely felt for George Bailey. The build up to his moment of crisis. You see all the little compromises he's made along the way, and then obviously a moment of crisis where it's not even his fault. It's a combination of the trust placed in an absent-minded relative, plus actual evil and theft from the bad guy, that puts him in that situation. So he is absolutely the victim in that situation, and yet it just keeps spiraling out. But to have, it's easy for anyone to focus on the bad things, the places where he's had to compromise, the places where he's being harmed, and that sort of thing. It's easy for anyone to focus on that, but when he, gets his wish that he'd never been born, and he sees how different things would have been without him, and he's able to have it highlight then the good things that he did. Yeah, I mean, it's a cliche of a Christmas movie, but I don't know, it still works on me. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there for today, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.